Yo, 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 it's your boy Drew.
Yo, what up, though? It's your boy Meech.
You already know it's popping. So it's episode 2 of the No Moves podcast. We getting it in. It's probably like Friday night, Saturday night. We listen to us. We know you ain't got nothing to do, so you know what I mean.
I
Sit
mean,
down.
after all, man, at the end of the day, the name of the podcast is No Moves. So if y'all ain't
Exactly.
got no moves, you might as well turn into No Moves because we ain't got no moves either.
Oh man, exposing us, but nah. So what we gonna what we gonna notes for today? What are we about to
And
do?
we got better mics this time, so it sounds like I'm actually, what I'm saying, I'm part of the show.
Exactly.
I'm not a caller. I'm not calling
Exactly.
into the station.
Yeah, we had people
Just-
last episode saying my man was calling in from the studio, so yeah. Yo, man.
I'm saying, got to step it up a little bit. So we definitely improved the mic quality.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Drew, let's get it, man. What we talking about today?
You already know. First, we gotta talk about sports. You know what I mean? Thoughts about them Eagles.
Oh yeah, yeah. Word. How you living, bro? I know that's rough for
Man,
you.
you know what I mean? That's a Philadelphia native. I was hurt. Like my man Meek Mill said for the Eagles, this our championship season. That's what this man said. So I mean,
I
that's
know.
what,
Me thought, man. Foles is a quarterback. They playing dreams and nightmares. Like we about to go another run. Like I'm actually gonna be home. Feel me?
exactly. Hey,
Because I don't think Meek was home until like after the fact. But you know what I'm saying, that's like he's gonna be home. He just thought he was gonna celebrate. But
yeah, man.
funny how things go, man.
It's crazy how things go. We was fighting though. It wasn't like, oh man, we got blown out like the last game. Like the last game, we got blown up for like 40 points or something like that. But this game, we was fighting, and we could have won if my man Ashland drafting. Man, he couldn't make
Yeah,
that
Jeffrey
catch.
messed it up for y'all.
He couldn't
For
make
sure.
that catch. That was really
Shoulda
unfortunate.
shoulda
Man.
grabbed it. Yep.
I saw that, man. My heart
If
was
you want to be the
broken.
best, you can't claim to be the best and not make clutch plays. Like that was his opportunity to cement himself. But
Exactly.
I mean, he did cement himself, but for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, so that was unfortunate, man. We tried though. We tried. So we was underdogs, man. You already
Hey,
know.
hey, man, I'm a Giants fan first and foremost, but even me, like I find myself rooting for y'all because what I'm saying, everybody likes a good underdog story.
Exactly.
So what I'm saying, I was pulling for y'all.
The problem was just like we came in the game. We came in the game running, bro. It was 14-0, bro. I was
Yeah,
like, yo, we,
I thought y'all was about to, what I'm saying, run it up.
yeah, I thought I was about to blow him out, but then I don't know.
I thought it was gonna make it rain.
Shoot,
It was at the strip club. You feel
I
me?
don't know what happened in between the first and second quarter, but they downloaded us, yo. They straight downloaded us, and it was after that it was over.
Nah, they play like champions, man. Like they play like a championship boxer. Like the thing about boxers is the best boxers not only do they, what I'm saying, knock people out, but like they have a good chin. Like they're able to take they're able to take major blows and
Exactly.
then what I'm saying, get up and what I'm saying, like recover and then retaliate. Like the Saints got punched in the mouth early on, but I'm saying they clamped down, regained their focus, and then just grinded it out. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't pretty, but the end result's undeniable. They got the dub, and now they're going to now they're 2 games away from what I'm saying, potentially winning a Super Bowl.
Exactly, man.
So you gotta give credit to them.
But you gotta say I got left all Philadelphia teams. It's okay.
I mean, at the end of the day,
It's okay.
I think y'all should be kind of proud of this run
Yeah, we
because
probably just run. We did
I
get
mean,
the
not
chip
not
last
too.
year, so
You got the chip, and then not too long ago, what I'm saying, everybody thought everybody's kind of writing off the Eagles. Like the
exactly.
season was a failure because remember after Carson Wentz got injured, everyone thought that you know that was the end of the Eagles' run essentially for 2018. But
That's true.
I
That's what people
mean,
thought.
something about Foles. I mean, we was talking about this the other day. Something about Nick Foles, man.
Yeah,
I mean, on paper, yeah, all stats point to Carson Wentz being the superior
yeah.
quarterback, but
But when it comes to getting it done, like he got the juice. Like he could just
like,
do it. Like he
got
really
the-
could just do it. Like honestly, I am a firm believer. if that man, I mean,
All right, let's not go that far. Only person that got the juice was Pac, aka
yo, get
Q.
out of here with that. I'm a firm believer in Q. If he, if that interception did not happen, if it did not happen, I'm telling you,
Nah,
we would have won that game. I'm
he
telling
looked
you.
focused.
Hey,
Like
write
he
it
looked like
down.
he was on a mission.
Write it down.
I
I
agree with
was
you
like,
too.
yo, oh man, I was just, yo, I was just hurt.
Right, right.
Shit,
But
I
hey,
had to
you
turn off
know.
the game and do something else, man. I was, shoot,
Oh man,
yeah.
yeah.
So
But
for
I
the
mean,
Eagles.
you know, good effort. But you know, then you just couldn't get it done. So he's gotta use this as motivation for 2019, the next season.
Yes.
But I mean, now that we finished talking about that, let's move on to Nick Foles. Like, I mean, I think Nick Foles has a player option at the end of the season, meaning that he could decide to remain with the team, or you know what I'm saying, go seek out free agent, be a free agent. So, let me ask you, Drew, what do you think Nick Foles should do?
I think he should just
should he stay?
Eagles, man. Yeah, he should just stay with the Eagles. Like, I mean, why you need to go anywhere? Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's doing good for the Eagles. He's playing well. You got him and Wentz. You know what I mean? Wentz isn't gonna play well all the time, and Nick Foles isn't gonna play all the time. But I mean, he was doing good. So I don't see why.
I think it should leave.
But why? Like what's wrong?
For selfish reasons, meaning that, yeah. I mean, you know,
are they paying him well? Because I don't know his contract.
Well, if he stays with the team, you got to think. Remember, he's a backup quarterback essentially.
Is he really?
They already confirmed.
Is he really?
Mean, they're already on record. The Eagles coach and the front office already confirmed that Wentz is going to be the starter when he returns. Like, they already went on record saying that. Okay. So if I'm Nick Foles, for them to franchise tag, like that's your question. You know about the franchise tag, right?
Elaborate
in football.
Elaborate on
So the franchise tag is basically a team can decide to sign you give you a 1-year deal. I mean,
okay.
Like, there's kind of a tactic teams use when you know what I'm saying, they have a guy that they don't want to commit to immediately, but they want to keep. So they give teams an option franchise tag. Like, say you're a running back, right?
All right.
You had an awesome year. Like, you just number one in rushing or whatever. And you know how the NFL devalues the running back position. That's so right. You coming off that major year, you want a big deal. Like, you're trying to get this money, you hear me? So, you know what I'm saying? You are like, I want my money. I want it now. I'm not taking a pay cut. I want to be paid what I'm worth. So, the franchise tag is just the team's way of, all right, we're going to sign you and give you, all pro money, whatever, whatever the market says you're worth. But I think it's a certain percentage over the next highest paid running back for that year. So whatever the highest paid running back I paid last year, you're gonna get like maybe 2% higher or something like that. But they only sign you for a year, and they can keep doing that for like two more times before they have to give you a big contract.
Okay.
So they're paying you, but you're not getting that much in guaranteed money. Because football, once you get hurt, the team can pretty much do whatever they want. They can cut you. They don't need you.
They could drop you. That's true.
So these players want a long-term deal for that security, because no matter what happens, I'm gonna get this money.
And you're saying Foles should go somewhere else to get that? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because it's not even the fact that Foles may decline the friend. He may not want the franchise tag. The issue is the fact that it doesn't make sense for the Eagles to pay a backup quarterback top 5 money in salary, because he can get at least $20 million right now on the market, and I'm pretty sure for them to franchise tag him, that would be what they'd have to pay him. and I don't think they want to do that.
So I think the real question is should they drop Wentz instead and just keep Foles? Should they drop one of them? I mean,
That's tough because Carson Wentz has demonstrated, that he has MVP level talent when he's healthy, but he hasn't been healthy. You know what they say in football? Sometimes your best ability is your availability. So,
that's true.
Yeah, I'm saying he has a talent, but he hasn't been reliable. And that's unfortunate. But I mean, typically teams elect to go with the talent that has the more upside, and he definitely has more upside than Foles at this point. But I understand Foles is no slouch.
Exactly.
But
do you think he's good enough to?
But it's just that Wentz has a higher peak.
But do you think Foles
or has more potential? So Eagles are gonna elect to remain with him as their franchise QB most likely.
But do you think Foles is good enough to go to another team and get his money? Because you were saying on paper, like Wentz is better on paper.
I think he will. I think he is.
Do you think if he's in another system, he just might get exposed he's not really that good, and it just might be the coaching that's actually like making Foles look good?
Foles has an interesting trajectory because he started off his career in Philly. He had one great season, so I think he threw like 27 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Like his first year as a real starter for Philly. This is during his first tenure with the team.
Yeah.
So, I'm saying he came out the gate, hot, and he had like another decent season. He wasn't as explosive as 27 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, but he was still decent. So he gets traded from Philadelphia to St. Louis. And he has a couple bad years, but in hindsight, it may have not been his fault because he played for Jeff Fisher. And you know anything about Jeff Fisher's a horrible coach. I mean, I think he's overrated. Like the Rams, right? The Rams are nice now.
They are.
But when they were under Jeff Fisher, they were horrible. And the funny thing is that what's the coach? The coach is the main issue with the team. When the team fires you, keeps the roster essentially the same, and just hires another coach, and they go from being like bottom two in really the league to having a top 3 record and going to the playoffs the next season. The only change they made was the coaching staff. That was it. Okay. So Foles was kind of caught in purgatory. So it didn't work out in St. Louis under Jeff Fisher. And he went back to Kansas City to go under Andy Reid, whom he had the most success. And once the Eagles hired Doug Peterson as their coach, remember Doug Peterson came from Andy Reid. He worked under Andy Reid in Kansas City.
Oh, did he?
Before he was the Eagles coach.
Okay.
So once Doug Peterson became the coach, and Foles followed him to Philly. So yeah, you could argue that his best years were, in Philly under a Philly coach. But he hasn't really... I feel like he deserves another chance to be a starter. It's not going to happen in Philly, but I think he deserves another chance to be a starter.
That's a fair point.
Based on how he's played. Because remember, it's not... You can't discount the fact that the Eagles beat the Patriots in a shootout. You understand what I'm saying?
That was literally back and forth the whole game.
I remember last year's game. Everyone thought that the only way for the Eagles to win was if, so the defense pretty much shut down Tom Brady's. Yeah. The Patriots offense and Tom Brady. Exactly. And that they were supposed to grind it out, but
like you saw
the Eagles
game.
Beat them in a shootout. They scored a lot of points.
Like
Foles threw the ball, a lot of times.
Like I always say about that game,
he shredded a Patriots defense coached by Bill Belichick. Like that's not easy.
If that game was like one more quarter, the Patriots would have
Yeah,
won.
yeah.
Like you could just see the Patriots just
Like
gaining on
Foles
during
really
that whole game.
carried them to the championship
He
that
did.
game.
He literally did.
He deserved to win MVP. So I think he can start somewhere else. I don't think he's gonna get the opportunity. Therefore, a reason why I say Shali for selfish reasons is that his value can't get any more higher than it is now. I mean, like he has a lot of leverage. He has a lot of leverage for free agency coming up. I would just, even if he may not be the star, he just needs to secure the bag. That's it.
If he may not be, okay. I mean, that's a
Secure the bag.
that's a fair point. I mean, because even in the NBA, you got a lot of players who just want to get paid. Like,
Yeah.
Some players just want to get paid, and if you're not gonna pay me, I'm just
And
gonna leave and go somewhere else.
Exactly.
Even if that means not winning a championship sometimes. But
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with that, man. I don't know.
Well, let's see what happens. There's a long time. We have a long way to go before. I mean, Super Bowl ain't even over yet.
Yeah.
So the Eagles have a lot. Even though they've said that they're gonna go Wentz as a starter, who knows? Their idea might change.
Yeah.
Maybe they're willing to overpay for him to remain the backup. We'll see. But
Yeah.
let's see what happens after that. But you think it should stay? I think it should leave. So we'll just agree to disagree at this point.
Okay, well, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah. So James Harden's been going off, man. I don't know if you've been following
James Harden, man. And
his performances.
let's see, but here's the thing, though. It doesn't matter because it's the regular season. Anything you say about James Harden doesn't matter. Like he could break anybody's record, but can he do it in the playoffs? And the answer is no. So what do you want to say about James Harden?
Hey man, I'm not gonna say nobody cares because
I don't.
It's
I'll
a big. It's a big accomplishment what he's doing. Like he's averaging 40 over the last 13 games.
That's cool.
The last 2 games that he played, he averaged over 55 points. That hasn't been done since Wilt Chamberlain.
Okay.
And I think he's on pace to average like 35 points per game, and no one has done that since Kobe Bryant and MJ, who averaged 37. So you know what I'm saying. But again, I'll concede. Until he gets to the point where he can replicate that success in the postseason, we're pretty much gonna. It's not that we're gonna ignore these performances. It's just that he won't crack the upper echelon of players. I mean, he's already there, but I'm just saying I'm not gonna take him over LeBron. I'm not gonna take him over KD. I'm not gonna take him over Steph. I'm not gonna, he's not a clutch performer.
No, he really isn't. And I'm trying to pull up right now the NBA standings and just look at the Rockets and look at their last 10, which is 6-4. Their last 10 is 6-4. And you're saying in the last 13 games he scored over 40 points, but the last 10 they're 6-4. What does that mean? I'm like, okay, that's cool numbers.
I mean,
but you're not winning.
It's impressive. I think they're 4th in the West right now. So 4th or 5th. Yeah, they're 4th or 5th.
They're 5th in the West. So
the thing is that it's amazing that they're 4th or 5th in the West, because in the beginning of the season, they were in the bottom half of the Western Conference. They weren't even in the 8th seed.
No, they were. Okay.
It looked like it was going to be a lost season for them because, it didn't work out with Melo.
Yeah.
And CP got hurt, and they basically don't. Even now, they're not the same team they were last year. They lost too many pieces.
Yeah, they lost a lot of pieces for. It was a bad move.
It was a bad move. So, just the fact that he was able to kind of galvanize them and put the team on his back and just lift them single-handedly. It's single-handedly on, in terms of offense, because number one, if you know Mike D'Antoni don't coach defense at all. That's why he never won a championship in Phoenix.
He's all offensive type of guy.
He's an offensive type of guy. So they're not playing defense. So he's basically just carrying the offense.
I mean,
not only is he scoring a lot, he's creating for others at the same time. So it's just amazing that he's able to shoulder this much weight on his shoulders. He's putting the team on his back. But it, it because of this, because he's carrying the team on his back, it raises the question of how good will he be come postseason time? Is he going to be completely drained, or and that's pretty much what has been the story his whole career in Houston as the main option.
And the thing is, it's playoffs. Like people are playing harder. You know what I mean? Like people are playing defense. Like people are trying to win. It's not the regular season where there's you know what I mean? It's just people are playing harder, and James Harden he fails to execute every single time. So I mean, I'm not. I got nothing to say for it.
Yeah, I mean, there's just nothing. There's no other way to put it. You give LeBron. Okay, let me ask you a question. Right?
What?
Put LeBron on the Rockets.
Yeah.
And you keeping the roster the same. You just put in LeBron.
Yeah, you put LeBron somewhere. They're going to the finals. All right.
And then, I'm just saying. Okay. Hear me out.
Okay, I hear you out.
Right. The Rockets have what they had? They had a 3-2 lead at one point. Right. They had a 3-2 lead. Do you think having a 3-2 lead against the defending champions, right? So CB3 goes down or whatever. Do you think LeBron is going to lose 2 straight games to Golden State? Okay, then.
No.
Okay, then.
As long as you got like adequate people around him, like if I LeBron, that man could play the whole game. All right, he could play the whole game. But LeBron not gonna lose if he got that type of lead.
And I agree. So it's just until James Harden finds a way to remain relevant during the postseason. We're just gonna keep. He's gonna keep receiving the short end of the stick when comparing him to his contemporaries.
Exactly. So James Harden, man, I hope for him the best, but he gotta.
I mean, he's probably gonna win MVP. I mean, I thought Giannis was a lock, but I feel like the voters may take into consideration all these records Harden's breaking, and he might actually win. So much success to you, but like you said, championship runs are made in June, not January.
Exactly.
So let's see what happens.
So
moving on, let's go to college football. You familiar with Kyler Murray, Andrew?
A little bit. Yeah.
All right. So
what's the whole background about it?
Basically, Kyler Murray. It's kind of an interesting story. He started off playing baseball, I think, at University of Oklahoma, and he was actually drafted in 2018 in the MLB draft by the Oakland Athletics, or the Oakland A's for sure.
So you're saying he played professional baseball? Is that what
he hasn't played professional. No, he hasn't. He played college baseball.
Okay, college baseball.
And he got drafted. He got drafted to play professional baseball last year.
Okay.
But he did not want to sign immediately with his new baseball team. He wanted to play college football for this past season.
Okay.
And he just had unexpected success. He's one of those unexpected success stories. Puts up great numbers during the regular season for college. He actually wins the Heisman Trophy, which is given to the best player in college football.
That's amazing.
That's amazing. To go from a guy, I think it's his first year playing football at all.
Do you know?
First year.
Do you know if he had any prior experience in football?
He played in high school. I'm pretty sure he played in high school. But I'm just saying, so his first year on the college scene, he wins the Heisman.
So he just wanted to do it let me do football. That's
right.
Okay.
Basically, just effort. I'm gonna play football for a year. And he wins the Heisman, and he actually climbs up the draft boards for the quarterback position in the draft coming up this year. So, I mean, he took his team all the way to the Final Four, where they lost to Alabama. But even then, it was a fight. So, now he's in a unique position where uh, he has the chance to actually play professional football. Um, and then where his stock is kind of, you know, up for debate. Some sites have him rated, you know, as a top 3 quarterbacks coming out this year, so he may get drafted.
Okay.
Some people have him drafted, you know, mid to late first round or early second round. You know, and the reason why it's an issue is because where you're drafted determines how much money you're eligible for. Like if you're drafted in the top 10 for football, you're entitled to a certain percentage, and then it just gets lower the further down you slide in the draft.
Right.
So basically, his issue is, should he pursue a baseball career or a football career? So it's important to know that he's already been drafted for baseball. The Oakland A's have his rights, and when I saw the story initially, I thought, you know, he got picked like what, maybe the second round, third round for baseball.
What did he get
picked? Like he got picked ninth, I believe.
Ninth, that's damn.
So that just shocked me because I'm like, damn, that's really a hard decision to come to.
Well, he's really good.
Because if it's a question of being a second rounder in football or second rounder in baseball, I'll say football, because, you know, the thing with baseball is that, you know, the baseball is different from the other major sports in the sense that basically every single baseball player has to work their way up to the major league. Like in football and basketball, if you're drafted in the first round, you're gonna get playing time because you know what I'm saying, a first round is a big investment, you know.
Yeah, and they want to see what you can do.
Right, early, so you're gonna get opportunities to play.
How's that?
Because usually when you're drafted later in the draft, or you sign as an undrafted free agent, then you got to fight for your spot. You know, so but baseball, you can be drafted number 1 and don't get caught up to the majors for 5-7 years.
Are you serious though?
I'm dead serious.
Now let me ask you this: like, which would he be paid more?
Well, that's the thing. If he's in the top 15, even if he's the 15th pick or maybe the 20th pick, he'll still make more money than being a 9th pick in baseball. So,
how? Do you know how much more? This is a tough decision. Is it significantly more?
It is significantly more. I don't know the exact numbers, but I'm pretty sure it's like a difference of $10 million. At least,
man. She to a broke person like me, man. Even $1 million is fine for me. To a broke person like me.
Right, but the question is, like, he'll get that money up front, like from the jump, if he goes to football.
Right.
That's if he's picked in the first round.
That's a big if.
That's a big if. So if he's not picked in the first round, then, you know, obviously, then there's not really that much a big difference in salary. So at that point, you might argue that he's better off going to baseball because he'll get the same amount of money and not have to take any punishment.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, baseball, you know, like I said, everyone has to pay their dues essentially. So
my thing is, man, shoot, if you got a chance to do NFL or baseball, man, I personally think I'll just go with baseball. I mean, not only did he already get drafted for me, but you gotta think of this like from a long-term perspective. Like even I think it was like Floyd was talking about this. Like when you playing a sport, like you gotta think about like, am I gonna get injured? Like, cause in football you could get injured. Like let's see he would get injured his first season. Like that's it. You know what I mean? Like you gotta also understand your health. Like I don't think in baseball like you're more liable to get injured or hurt. So you can at least continue playing. So that's what I think. I think you should just go for baseball and just keep it safe, make his money, and then go on from there.
You know, I understand that. My answer is based on how much money he's eligible for. I mean, the good thing is that, you know, I believe that the team has allowed him to enter the NFL draft, so he doesn't have to sign He's not. There's no rush for him to pick baseball or football. He's gonna enter the NFL draft.
Okay. So
So
you
I
should
think
just wait and see.
wait and see what happens. If there's enough of a salary difference, where you know if there's enough, I don't know. I'm talking about the order of maybe $10 million at least. If I can make $10 more million playing football, I'll play football. Um, but if it's not, then I'll just play baseball because you can make the same amount of money with none of the basically 1% of the punishment that he would
Yeah,
get in
man.
football.
I say, man, stay safe, man, and take care of your body, man, because
Right,
man,
right,
you
right.
don't want to take all that. Then that punishment, man, it adds up, and it adds up. So I mean, you want to
Yeah,
punish your
man.
body in the NFL. I don't know if I recommend. And like he isn't that big, right? Like how tall is he? Do you know his
He's not
height?
that big. He's 5'9",
Yeah, he's
probably 195.
yeah, and he's trying to be what, a quarterback, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
there are some success stories of quarterbacks under 6 feet. Drew Brees is at he obviously he's just at the 6 foot mark, but
yeah,
again he's a Hall of Fame quarterback.
it's true. I mean, he's established
Um,
himself.
you got Russell Wilson, who's I think he's 5'11". Pretty sure he's 5'11". No, maybe 5'10", 5'11". He's a Pro Bowl quarterback. He's already won a Super Bowl. He's made 2 Super Bowls. He's had a successful career, and he might go in the Hall of Fame. So, he's not. His size doesn't automatically guarantee failure. It's just that, you know, he that affects his draft stock. So, he could be drafted in the third round, and it's just if he goes to the right team, he could find success, and then he obviously have a successful football career. But again,
It's a really touchy
it's all about
situation.
fit.
It is. It
And
really
then
is.
it's about money at the end of the day.
Yeah, man. You got a lot of people that were nice in college, and then come to the real league, man. He comes to the NFL, and he just
Tebow,
exactly,
remember
man.
Tebow?
Yeah, man. Exactly, man. You know where to be seen. So, that's crazy. Let's move on to the next topic, man.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we got
So
what's up?
no, not nothing. You want to introduce it?
Mm, I know a little bit about it, but so essentially we gonna talk about Kyrie and how he supposedly apologized to LeBron James. So so essentially, I guess this has to do with the Celtics and their struggles this season. I think it was a few days ago. They were playing a Magic, right?
Yeah,
And Irving he didn't like the final decision in the game, so essentially they inbounded to I believe it was Tatum, right?
yeah. Jason
And
Tatum.
yeah, they inbounded to Tatum in a corner, and I don't know what Tatum wanted to do. I guess he wanted to like I mean, take his defender on one and shoot, but he missed it. But instead, Kyrie was mad because he wanted the ball, and he to be honest, I feel like Kyrie could have been better to get that done. And I think I don't know if it was later that day. Kyrie Irving, he was talking to reporters, and he was just saying how he called up LeBron and apologized for the way he acted because at the time, for those of you who don't know, when Kyrie Irving left the Cavs, it was kind of like Kyrie like Kyrie
He left because of LeBron.
yeah, he left with like he wanted to be his own man, like he wanted to be the leader of the team. Like, I mean, at the time, Kyrie didn't want to say it. That man, he went on first take and dodged the question for a full like 15 minutes, but that's neither here nor there. So now you got Kyrie. So now he understands what LeBron was trying to do as a leader, and how he was trying to like you know, like, like help him out, teach him how to be a leader, like teach him like what you do and what you don't need to do, and I think Kyrie's seeing that now. Like he's got his own team. He's trying to be the man, and he's got all these guys under him, and they want to be a star because you gotta remember last season, um, Kyrie wasn't there and Kyrie got injured. So you got guys like Tatum, Brown, and Rozier who are just getting all these minutes, and they're learning how to, and they're performing and they're doing really well. And to have this guy Kyrie come in and be like, "Yo, oh, we gotta do this, this, and this to win," but their perspective, they're like, "Yo, like we were doing really good when you weren't even here. Why should we listen to you?" So I mean, but you gotta understand, Kyrie, like that man has experience. He's won a championship. He knows what to do, and those young guys don't understand that. So I think at that moment, Kyrie saw himself in them uh, when compared to LeBron's situation. What's your thought on your whole thing, Dimitri?
Um, I think it's the right words. I think these are the right words coming from the wrong messenger. Uh, so what I mean by that is, yeah, I mean Kyrie does have championship experience. He won a championship in Cleveland with LeBron, but you know Kyrie is not proven without LeBron. Let's
This is
just make
true.
that clear.
This is true.
Before LeBron came to the Cavs, Kyrie was, he wasn't a loser because he was a good player. He was a great player, obviously,
Exactly.
and that's why he signed his initial extension with Cleveland. They were comfortable giving him $95 million because he was such a great player. But again, he never made the playoffs, and he was, consistently at the bottom of the Eastern Conference.
That's
The
right.
Eastern Conference. Like the Leastern Conference is the nickname they give to the Eastern Conference. If you can't make the playoffs as a star in the Eastern Conference, it's just sorry, but you're not going to get that much slack given to you because, the Western Conference is more competitive, and Eastern Conference you can have under 40 wins and still be a top 5 team at some instances.
You can.
So, he's not proven without LeBron. He got a lot of the success that he's achieved in his career has been a result of not all of it has been a result of playing with LeBron, but most of it can be attributed to playing with LeBron. Now, Kyrie's first season in Boston last year, he was balling out. Can't take it. I'm never gonna say that he can't ball. He was balling out.
He definitely was.
They were winning, and they were at the top of the conference.
Yeah, they were doing well.
They were doing well, but he got hurt before the postseason started, and it's an issue when obviously it was expected for certain guys like Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Terry Rozier, aka Scary Terry.
Scary Terry.
That's my guy. It was expected for them to kind of step up because now that Kyrie's not there, because there's more dribbles to go. There's more dribbles for everybody, so they're gonna get the ball more. They get more opportunities to showcase their talent. But they didn't just play better; they ascended.
Exactly.
Like Jason Tatum looked like the next big superstar in the playoffs.
He really did.
He looked like he was gonna be, the he could be the best player in the East once LeBron left. And not only did they overachieve, man. There's no other way to put it. They overachieve. But when they beat Milwaukee, they weren't expected to beat Milwaukee. Then they go to Philly, and nobody really expected them to win. I didn't expect them to win. Everybody thought that Philly.
Neither did
it was
I.
Philly's time. It was Philly's time, and everybody thought we were gonna get a Ben Simmons versus LeBron James in the Eastern Conference Finals.
That never happened.
And that never happened.
My man Ben Simmons got exposed. That's what happened.
He got exposed. So, the team, if I'm Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and all these guys, Morris, Horford, or whatever, we're like, dude, why are you trying to tell us what to do? Like, how much can you really teach us? Because
that's true.
We got there without you. And we were one game from making the finals without you. And, one could argue that maybe the Jason Tatum Hayward was here, and Jaylen Brown improved to the point where now it raises the question. Uh, it's not true, but that raises the question: are they better off without Kyrie?
That's not.
Because all they started
That's not
having
true.
problems. They started having problems this year when Kyrie is back on the team,
Yeah, but I mean, but they also
and
got a Hayward too, and Hayward never
they
really
got they
got
do have
going.
Hayward. They do have Hayward,
Like that's too crazy as
but all
addition
I'm
to
I'm
the
not
team.
saying I'm not saying it. That's a true statement. I'm just saying you could ask a question. You could pose the question, and nobody can look at you sideways because they are struggling with him on the court. So, um, I think Kyrie makes them better. I think if they're gonna win, number one, if they're gonna make it to the finals, I think that they need Kyrie to be on his A game.
That's true.
But
But you
I
don't
just
think
I,
you don't
I
think
just feel like he doesn't have the credentials yet to kind of
so.
kind of
But do you think he has the ability to?
definitely has the ability, but again, this league is about your resume.
Okay.
Um, like Tracy McGrady, right? Tracy McGrady. Listen, Tracy McGrady at one point when early in his career, he was so great as an offensive talent to the point where they were comparing him to Kobe Bryant as the next guy to follow in Michael Jordan's footsteps. That's how good he was offensively. That's how gifted he was. But again, who do we talk about more? Kobe or T-Mac? Who has the greater legacy?
It's true. Kobe Bryant. It's
It's
true.
Kobe Bryant. And you get it. And why? I mean, in terms of natural ability, you could argue that T-Mac. I mean, Kobe was a great natural talent, but Kobe, had to like it wasn't really natural. Like he had to work more to do certain things. T-Mac was just effortless. Like Kobe studied Jordan. Kobe took a lot of moves from different players and added it to his own. T-Mac was just a natural.
Uh huh.
Like he came out the womb as a scorer. That's how great he was in terms of natural ability. But he doesn't. I mean, we at the end of the day we remember rings more.
And
So
that's true.
Kobe has more rings. Not only does Kobe have more rings, Kobe has a ring. T-Mac has no rings. So
And we got a lot of
is
people like that in the NBA who should have got a ring.
right. Carmelo
Carmelo,
or yeah,
Iverson,
Carmelo, AI,
like,
CP,
Bishu, Barkley.
CP3, and Harden. These dudes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys that, in terms of natural ability, nobody can hold the jock straps. But it's just that rings is kind of what defines your legacy. So, let me put it this way, right? Kyrie Irving and Kobe have kind of similar career paths.
They
Um,
do.
they do. They both played with a bigger star. They both ascended after they left they stopped teaming up with said figure. But even now, Kobe, at least Kobe had 3 rings. You know what I'm saying? When Shaq left, Kobe had 3 rings. Kyrie only has 1 ring.
That's,
So my thing is that if I'm Kyrie, I just feel like there's a lot of things I got to add to my resume before I can start criticizing guys in the media,
I mean,
stuff
I
like
don't.
that,
Yeah,
or
I
for my
think.
words to hold weight.
I think even worse than that, he shouldn't even have criticized anyone. I mean, if you watch LeBron James' interviews, like continuously, like he never criticizes anyone. Like, like
I'm
he
not gonna
does.
go say that.
All right,
He's
okay.
more of a subliminal guy. LeBron,
Yeah, but he doesn't like name drop like he'll put them on himself or say, oh, guys are not doing this or we're not doing this as a team, but he's not gonna say something to the media and cause drama. That's the thing about LeBron. Like he has that leadership quality, and I don't. And Kyrie Irving just doesn't have that. I think
I would agree.
that's a major difference between those two. But I mean, at the same time though, I mean, like you got Kyrie on Irving on the team, like he won a ring, like those guys. I mean,
He
like
hit the last shot.
like he did, but they should listen to him. That's what I think. They should listen to Kyrie. Like they should listen to
They
what
should
he.
listen to him.
I mean,
They never listen to what he has to say.
they should.
But I'm just saying he doesn't have enough clout, in my opinion,
He
to
doesn't
call
have
guys out in the media.
he may not have enough clout, but he's the
And
best you got.
and put it this way, this is what I'm saying.
Wow.
Just because you're the best player doesn't mean you have to take the last shot all the time.
Nah,
Because
that's true. That's true. That's
you got to
another
make
thing.
the right basketball play. Now, here's the thing. Everyone will be like, the reason why they think, Jordan is better than LeBron because Jordan, took matters into his own hands all the time. And that's just false. Early on Jordan did, try to shoulder the load, but you have to understand he did not win a championship until he learned to trust his teammates. That's a fact. I always say, the problem with LeBron was the fact that he got to the finals too early, right? The good thing about Michael Jordan, career was Jordan did not get to the finals until he was ready. Like he already got bounced out the first round a couple of years, and obviously the last team in that obstacle in his path was the Pistons. So until he learned how to play more of a team game, and he had certain pieces like Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant, he had a supporting cast. He did not win the championship. He did not.
He didn't.
So, and he didn't always hit the last shot. John Paxson made a game winner, and Steve Kerr made the game winner for them to win the championship in '97 against the Jazz. The Jordan, matter of fact, even though Steve Kerr joked about it, they drew the play up for Steve Kerr to take the shot because
I saw
Michael Jordan was, he was killing them, but obviously, if I'm the other team,
exactly.
I'm not gonna let Jordan beat me.
Exactly.
Once he gets the ball, I'm a double team him, triple team.
Exactly. You gonna try, yeah.
Now, if Steve Kerr makes the shot, he makes the shot, but I'm not gonna let Jordan beat me. So what did Jordan do? Did Jordan shoot over 5 people, try to get a shot off? No. Pass it to Steve Kerr, who's one of the greatest shooters percentage wise ever.
So really, what you're saying is that final play against Orlando was fine. Is that what you're trying to say?
I think so. Well, let me not say that because I have to rewatch the play. But his issue was he felt like Gordon Hayward was inbounding the ball, correct? I'm pretty sure Gordon Hayward was inbounding the ball.
Hayward.
What sparked his criticism of the other players was the fact that Gordon Hayward passed the ball to Jason Tatum, who also had a great game. I think they both had 30-something points, but they were guarding Kyrie heavily because Kyrie is a clutch performer. So Gordon Hayward just gave the ball to Jason Tatum because he had the, in my opinion, Jason Tatum didn't have as much attention, and he had more of an opportunity to get his shot off. So I don't understand Kyrie's reasoning for criticizing them. Now, say if it's a different situation, like Orlando shot the ball with like 10 seconds left, and Boston got the rebound.
Okay.
Then I can see them giving the ball to Kyrie. Yeah.
Okay.
Then I see them giving the ball to Kyrie.
You should definitely.
Not even if they had no timeouts. If they had more time on the clock.
Okay.
I could see them giving the ball to Kyrie. Everybody going. Let me play ISO and just get the hell out of the way and let me do what I do.
Right.
But they didn't have that much time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He didn't have that much time. So, like, Gordon Hayward can't just hold the ball for 15 seconds and wait for you to get open. There is a clock in terms of inbounding the ball. I think it's 5 seconds. Once 5 seconds pass, you got to inbound at some point. So if I'm Gordon Hayward and Kyrie is not open at 4 seconds, I'm going to give it to Jason Tatum or somebody who's open, so at least they could give you the ball. But, again, Kyrie's not a big guy.
He's not.
He's a great scorer, but he's not the So if I got 4 people on Kyrie, there's no guarantee he's gonna get a shot off because he's not the tallest person. You know, KD's
Yeah.
7 foot. KD can get a shot off whenever he wants, but Kyrie's like 6'2", 6'3", and I'm pretty sure they put the biggest person, the biggest wing perimeter defender they have on Kyrie and some.
All
So
right.
if you being a great leader is not always taking the last shot. Being a great leader is making the right basketball play.
Okay.
Now, certain guys that have had success taking destiny into their own hands all the time, a la Kobe Bryant. But like I said, most of these players don't have team success. When I say team success, I mean not just winning games. I'm talking about winning a championship. Most guys don't ever, achieve that feat until they learn to make the best basketball play. So that's something Kyrie has to evaluate within himself
All right.
as he's criticizing people. Just take that into consideration. That's all I'm saying.
All right, and with that note, we will move on to the next section.